when it comes to proper critical thinking, they think about themselves mostly. And then they are comfortable being led by rogues. Most of them, school dropouts. No be mumu be that. Do you understand where that came from? It came from how we grew up. And that is why majority of us decided to go and learn what is called street smart. You have to learn how to survive on the street. And whatever skill you develop as your own survival skill, you can make it from it. And that is why you see people that only few people can actually think critically. And sometimes thinking critically, some of us came back to life because of the fear of poverty. You sit down, you look at your life and say, then suddenly you just started singing. Amy, Amy, oh. Say, I don't know, say I get talent for music, sha. You say, very, very talented musician. Mayegun lele yi, lo lele, mayegun lele yi. That's my own street talent. I do not have to know how to fix electricity. I do not have to know how to develop anything. I need to survive. That is the world these criminals created in Nigeria. Now somebody is going to threaten you that you don't have respect for elders. Do you want to die young? You better wash your mouth. Wash your mouth. If you want to grow old, you better don't disrespect elders. Papa, there is no plan that you are going to grow old. You know how many we don't pay? We're supposed to stay here, but they don't, because they couldn't be taken care. Some children. The rest of us are just like trying to survive. You will see doctor, you will see this professional, that professional. Once it comes to public discourse, they don't get sense at all. Smart thing, they will say, but it's just that, I read it in physics. When you mix, look at it. The country that is, I think Nigerians are the third, if not the second or third most educated immigrants in America. You could still see person who don't live for America for 15 years. It will be defending that contraption. Do you think that is because majority of them were taught to go and learn, go and read. If you read your book, you become a doctor. So but doctor we no say, if you bring in criminals, who have no regard for education, who have no regard for human lives, they will get to power. And you, doctor, you will never be paid well, right? And at the end of the day, you will have a country like Nigeria, despite the fact that you spent your whole life trying to become a doctor. Now you are being led by a drug dealer who gave no hint about education. Do you understand that now? Anyway, Tinubu has finally come out anyway to say, Cornfessor Soyinka is not working for free. So there is a road that they just rehabilitated in Abuja, and it has now been named after the Cornfessor. And this is what Tinubu said.
Value in Abuja Capital Territory. You talking about every part of Abuja, bringing economic prosperity to people. I wonder what will be like the value of your IGR when the real estate is the real value of Abuja. It has been a great flurry of activities, joyful by all of us that is associated with you. The commissioning of the full scope development arterial road N20, as you say, from Northern Parkway to Outer Northern Expressway, ONEX, is another testament to the actualization of our developmental agenda to transform every part of this country. We will do it. Let me say here that your momentous and recommendation to name this road as Soyinka Way is well received. He's our foremost playwright, novelist, Nobel Prize winner, who has brought Nigeria fame, a pride of international acclaim. Thank you for thinking that way. We all accept your recommendation on behalf of the people and Federal Republic of Nigeria. The completion of this strategic project with its underground system of wastewater duct for fiber optic and many other facilities cannot be but mentioned. The population of Nigeria is growing. The population of Abuja Capital Territory is growing. It is necessary to invest in infrastructure to sustain the growth and bring economic prosperity to our people. I want to say once again, thank you, Wike and the entire team. What more do you want me to say? It's in my heart, full of joy, full of pride, because they taught you, Iwike, will not perform. I heard that from several quarters. I made my choice. You didn't let me and the country down. You worked day and night, creatively, thinking and doing. The reform you recommended was accepted by me. People are benefiting. You are proud to bring them out as permanent secretaries and civil servants. The job you are creating during these activities is extremely encouraging. Well, I said in Lagos.
So that's called Luke. Thanking Wike for suggesting renaming that road after the Cornfessor Gbajue. I mean, you know, he's been very outspoken, and somehow it's been very effective too, helping to further divide Nigeria, which is what actually works for Tinubu and his camp. So yeah, to celebrate Cornfessor Bajue's 90th birthday, that is why that highway was named after him, not because he's done anything per se, okay? However, Wike, who is the governor of Abuja, had all of the civil servants in attendance where that took place to bow down for Tinubu, because he has been the one who has now approved their promotion, something like that. Somebody said, Omo, if my mama come back home, I go tell her, Mama, time for you to resign from this nonsense, okay? But yeah, celebrating the new road in the name, the rehabilitated road in the name of the Cornfessor Bajue. Wike will always be Wike. Here is one of those episodes.
Today, most of them have never dreamt in their life that they will ever get to the peak of their career. That is very, very important. Not just the infrastructure every day. So if you permit me, I don't know those beneficiaries, the permanent secretaries, I don't know where they are here. Come out, so that you come out. You are the beneficiary, come out. You are supposed to be the agent of the home, but come out. Both women, both men, everyone. First you and take a bow before Mr. President. The lucky ones. Your Excellency, these are the first set of permanent secretaries that you made. Head of service, are you not the permanent secretary? And that is their head of service. Your Excellency, these are the technical team now that we have. So I want to sincerely thank you. Now, most of them have been going to churches and mosques. They have been praying now that God should help them to be head of service. But it was not there before. For them to be head of service, it was not available. But now you have made it available. I know some of their pastors who have been praying for them. So I also told them that they should pray for me to recommend them to you. That is also very important. Your Excellency, this road was awarded in 2020. In fact, this is the fastest. It was awarded 2020, not the one that was awarded 15 years ago, 16 years ago. It was awarded 2020 at the cost of
nuisance, Lele.
Yeah, that happened. Okay. All of you come here. Permanent secretary, civil servant. Oh. It is the civil service law that they are promoted as at when due. But in Nigeria, it is political. You may never be promoted for some certain reasons. Whether if they know that the state you come from, they don't like the person those in government don't like the state you come from, you will never be promoted. They don't like your religion. Whether you are a Muslim or a Christian and that person doesn't like it, you will never be promoted. If, I don't know, like, you just be there until somebody comes and says, oh, let me now promote you. Say, oh, thank you so much, sir. We have been praying to be promoted. God has answered our prayer. God is almightily great, kind of. And those are the trained technical hands of the civil service. They were supposed to be the head of the engine room of the Nigerian government. That's how they are humiliated. And they have to remain loyal to Wike. That's what you have. That is the contraption you have. Anyway, talking about civil servants, the NLC, they have come out to say they did not suspend the strike, that they only relax it. I think that's a new word. It's like a strike is ongoing and everybody is like ficting and finding their way around it. And some are complaining. And then you're like, okay, you know what? Let's pause it. Not suspend. Pause. I don't even know what that means. But in practice, it means they are taking a break after 1 day strike. Because Tinubu and his team, they agreed that they are going to pay them over 60,000, but they have no idea how much over. So they need a week. Meanwhile, today, there is a breaking news. Breaking news. Tinubu has given Wale Idun 2 days to come up with another minimum wage. Oh my God, breaking news. That must be, wow. Anyway, the Ajero guy probably can explain it better. What is suspend? What is relax? What's going on? Mr. NLC president, like, how on the strike?
He's taking salary. Wait now. Yes, now let him. It's nothing. There's
What an
nothing new
agreement
here.
that within 1 week.
Is there anything new
So
here?
he's not saying anything new. We signed yesterday. I'm repeating it now because it's from and you are disrupting him. This is camera. So for 1 week, that was our agreement. And even international conventions, they say you don't negotiate at gunpoint. So whether they thought that they were negotiating at gunpoint or whatever. So we didn't suspend, we relaxed. When our statement comes out, and we relaxed our actions for 1 week. So that we can negotiate. Yesterday's meeting was a kind of mediatory meeting. And then we're going back to the appropriate organ that discusses wages. So we've returned back to status quo, ante alum. So the status quo was the 497 and the 60,000. So depending on good faith, we can move up and down to reach an agreement. But if not, another stalemate.
So which means it's because of the 1 week. The meeting yesterday agreed that there should be meeting. Is that what inspired you or made you to also relax for 1 week?
Read the letter and spirit of that agreement yesterday, that the federal government is committed to moving beyond 60,000. Prior to now, even there was a challenge on why by some subnationals on why should you even agree on 60. And they were quarreling among themselves. Why should 60? Some of them didn't even agree. Well, the outcome of yesterday's deliberation shows that they are committed to moving beyond that. So it's like they have given a framework for us to negotiate, to reach certain threshold. That is it. And then before, it appears as if the negotiation was going to be infinitum. But the outcome yesterday shows that this should be completed or concluded within 1 week. So what else do you want to? So those are some of the obstacles we were negotiating without end, and then with a kind of ceiling from one partner that we are not moving beyond this. All those hurdles have been removed. So every party can now talk freely for us to get a middle point.
All right, last Mr. Ajero, talking about threshold now, floors and ceiling, the organized labor. What will be the floor for the organized labor that you cannot go below?
Negotiation is ongoing. It's floor and ceiling. It's give and take. So where we land will be the floor. The ceiling, the very large extent, will be on ability to pay. Bear in mind that when it was started, state governments were paying 40. So the same thing if you get a floor now, some people will be urged to pay higher than that. That will be the ceiling. The floor will be the basic, where we agree as the basic minimum. Thank you.
I didn't want to put nuisance lele because me, somehow, would they like to stop anybody with the fight APC criminal government, even if you think the fight now fake. Sometimes I just want to say, oh, fight on, Joe. But anyway, you heard him. They've only relaxed, and the ceiling of their demand is 494,000. So Tinubu's guy said they can go above the 60,000. Whether now 60,500 or maybe now 70,000 or even 80,000, since Edo State and Lagos State, they have promised to be paying 70,000 minimum wage. That's how much they can go. Okay. And Tinubu's federal government is expected to be a little bit over that. So maybe by maybe by Wednesday, or sorry, by Thursday, they will kind of make another announcement to ambush these guys. But let me tell you something, okay? They may announce an 80,000. And the argument is going to be they have increased the minimum wage by 150% from 30,000 to 80,000. In Borno State, school teachers were still being paid 15,000 naira a month by the Borno State government. They've never paid 30,000. More than 20 states in Nigeria have never paid the 30,000 minimum wage. The 18,000, that is the prior one, they have never paid that too. You have no idea the rot all across, by the way. So when Ajaero said they have stepped or they have relaxed their strike, so this happened around what do you call it? The airport. So they opened the airport. So everybody come in for the next 5 days or 6 days.
Gentlemen, we want to say that locking here is not intentional. It's not to mishunt anybody. Yes. And because we did this to make sure that things work well. Please. We are also opening here. And we open it in the name of the Father, Amen, and the Son, Amen, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So let this place be open. Open the gate. Yes, we are going to open Gentlemen, we want to say that locking here is not intentional. It's not to mishunt anybody.
Did you see them where they are like, we open this place in the name of the Father, of the Son, and Holy Spirit? That's how they indoctrinated us, okay, in trying to bring religion into everything. And then you see others say, thank God, thank God. Others will say, oh, congratulations, congratulations. Oh, come on, man. You know. Anyway, somebody believes that whatever happens, you must not let the NLC get a deal of 494,000 minimum wage. It is going to destroy many other things worse than the subsidy removal. His argument is recorded, and he shared that online.